Hello everyone and welcome to BunkaMania here on Bunkazilla. Happy holidays to you! Hope you're having a great time during this festive period. I am Jeremy Graves and you can tell it's festive if you're watching this because I'm wearing the one and only Christmas jumper I own. And to give his thoughts on that Christmas jumper, I am joined by my cohort in crime, it of course being the one and only Mr. Iain Bolton, who today I think I will best describe as being Dolph Ziggler in the match against Santa Claus because I will be Santa Claus so Iain can pick up the win. Iain, thoughts on that?
It's a huzzah. I win because I have a Christmas hat. I'm being festive.
You see, I should have said you were Santa then, damn it. Like, you know.
Ah, it's fine. It's fine. Fine.
So what say you to this ludicrous Iron Maiden Christmas jumper that I'm donning?
Well, it's festively rocking. I'll say that now.
It is legit the one Christmas jumper I own. So if anyone sees me appear anywhere, this is my festive gear. There is nothing else.
Yes. If you can't find Jeremy at Christmas, look out for the Iron Maiden Christmas jumper, and you'll be perfectly fine. As for me, it'll just be this hat, which may or may not fall out off my head because it's not properly secured to my headphones. But hey, it's festive, and I can jingle it around. There we go.
You can make it hit your own eye. Good job.
Yes. Yes.
So, Iain, I need to ask you, when it comes to like wrestling-related Christmas stuff, if you could have one thing as a Christmas gift, what would you not want it to be?
What would I not want it to be?
Is there anything wrestling related you can think of that you're like, no, I really don't want that?
I think the worst thing that could possibly be sometimes is when WWE have released talent and then all their t-shirts and that have gone into like the sale for $5. So if someone thought, hey, you like this wrestler, have a t-shirt. It's like, but they're no longer on the brand. What? No. It's like, this isn't current.
I mean, at that point, it's just gym shirts, isn't it? Basically, like, you know, if you need to paint a room, that's the shirt you'd wear. But no, I think the thing I would offer you as potentially a really bad Christmas gift, or actually, in fairness, it's the best Christmas gift if you don't want family members to come round. That would be the Christmas song / album by the name of A Jingle with Jillian by Jillian Hall.
Oh,
former WWE superstar. And she released a single, and it has been described on one website I'm currently looking at to recount and regale things about this as being a Christmas classic. And also, dumb fact for you, it reached 76 on the UK album charts, because that's how UK wrestling fans think, everybody. They get in on the joke, just like with Fandango.
I'm pretty certain there are other songs of wrestlers out there that have probably got higher than that Billboard chart position. Definitely Wyclef Jean and The Rock doing It Doesn't Matter, because that's a classic. Bona fide classic.
Even The Rock literally just says...
Even Bad Bunny with Booker T earlier this year.
The Rock literally just says, it doesn't matter. And then there's like a thing like on it.
It's like... and it's just basically The Rock just sort of like sauntering around like Havana with Wyclef Jean just doing all the rapping, and then he's like, it doesn't matter.
I've just remembered the most ludicrous thought. I've not thought about this in years. So I've already derailed the show. We're off to a great start here.
Hey, happy Christmas, everyone.
So here's a dumb thing I remember about that. Because when when was that song released? 2000-ish? 2000?
2001-ish. It was, I think it was just before he went off to do Scorpion King or Welcome to the Jungle, aka The Rundown for US viewers.
So they played that song on Raw, I think it was, because I remember watching it on the UK version that aired on a Friday night on Sky Sports. Yeah. And I vividly remember when I heard the song thinking, why does this sound a bit like the NWO theme?
Okay.
Because in a weird sort of way, it does. Like when you get the da-da-da-da, which I appreciate at that point, it sounds like a freaking like James Bond song. But, you know.
Just imagine. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So, folks, to try and get this show back on the rails, as it were, we're doing things a bit differently. This is very much our holiday special this time, which I'm actually going to defer to Mr. Iain Bolton to lead the charge now, because Iain, I'm going to say you've got a devious plan in mind. Devious in the sense of I genuinely don't know what's coming. So there's going to be some live reactions from me. So what do you have in store for everyone today on this fine holiday edition of the program?
Well, for this holiday edition of BunkaMania, I thought we'd take into a trip into Christmas movies of the past, featuring or produced by wrestling or WWE or something like that. So what I have done is I've gone out and I've scoured the internet and I have picked and I have found, I believe, looking at this, five wonderful festive treats that you could possibly watch over the Christmas holidays. So obviously, if the film is available right now, there will be a link in the description below, which you can go and enjoy the film. If you're looking for something to amuse yourself for the wrestling fan over the Christmas holiday, we will break down these films a little bit. We'll look at the trailers. We'll look at the initial responses via letterbox. We'll also dig into some trivia, and we'll just discover the sheer cinematic nightmares that actually existed many years ago. So that is essentially the plan for the next maybe 30 minutes or so. It's a short episode. It's a nice short festive edition of BunkaMania just for you to have a little giggle at our expense. And
so I think the thing I want to ask, what's sort of like the conditions around how you selected that? Did you give yourself any guidelines? Like, what's some of the criteria? That's the word I was thinking of.
A wrestler must appear in this film. Okay. That is the bottom line. So basically, if a wrestler is appearing and they have a prominent role in a Christmas film, then it counts. So you may see one or two where it's like, oh, but they're just a supporting character. It's like, no, they have a prominent role and they're on the poster. So that means they are there.
And these are all Christmas themed, right? This isn't like, for example, Die Hard is a Christmas movie type discussion. This is literally it's Christmas themed, right?
They're all set at Christmas. They're all themed about Christmas. Christmas is part of Christmas is literally part of the title as well.
Okay.
So where would you like to start? Do you want to go start back in the 90s, or would you like to work yourself into like more recent affairs or so forth?
I'll tell you what, let's start with the recent one, because my belief is the older the film, hopefully the better it is.
Okay.
That's my hope.
So we are going to first have a look at the trailer, and unfortunately it is an incredibly short trailer, which is frustrating in its own right, for 2015's Santa's Little Helper with Mike the Miz Mizanin and Paige.
I feel the need to point out something to everybody.
All right.
Because one, I've not seen that film. Two, I really do not watch a lot of Christmas stuff. And if you are going by Quiz Smash of this time last year, you will know how much I really do not indulge in Christmas. Because that was a showcase of the Immortals, if there ever was one. Or you could say the showcase of the mortally bad. So I am looking forward to seeing what the heck awaits me. I didn't even remember this was a film. I genuinely do not know these films, more than likely, or I may have at least heard of them. I do not recall ever watching them purposefully. So we will see what the heck I am in for.
Okay, there goes the hat. On that bombshell, let's load up the trailer.
This holiday, Santa's looking for a little help.
Pitiful.
Anna Lynn McCoy, WWE superstar The Miz, and WWE Diva Paige starring.
WWE Diva Paige
On DVD and digital HD.
That's the only trailer I could find for this film. That is the only trailer I can find.
Such as the lasting legacy of this clearly fine piece of straight-to-video cinema, Iain.
It's like there's another trailer which we'll see probably in a little bit, where basically, again, it's about 15, 20 seconds long. And it's like, if you're really trying, Fox and WWE, to get people to buy your film or to watch your film, how about have a little bit more than just, hey, it's The Miz, hey, it's Paige, elves, all that sort of stuff.
I feel the need to draw the attention to, at 5 seconds in, the look on Paige's face is my reaction to this trailer.
Oh, well.
For the purposes of the edit, I'll let you put a screenshot of it over, but there is a very notable moment. And that pretty much sums up my thoughts on this.
So this is currently available digitally if you really want to go out and watch it. But let me tell you the story. So after getting fired from his job, I'm going to do this bit again so I can actually look over here. So,
Okay.
so basically, the plot of this is after getting fired from his job, a fast-talking businessman, The Miz, is thrown into an elf competition to become Santa's next second in command. Put through a series of rigorous training exercises to prepare for the contest, The Miz and another aspiring elf, Paige, go head-to-head in a contest to become Santa's little helper. This is directed by Gil Junger, Gil Junger. I don't know how it's pronounced. I've tried both versions, so hopefully I've hit it on the head. The big notable title for this director is the Heath Ledger 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay, so some might say how the
pedigree there.
this guy must have got ribbed into doing this film.
Possibly. He's also directed Martin Lawrence's Black Knight as well, when he was transported to medieval times to become a knight of the round table, that sort of stuff. So yeah, this was direct to DVD or direct to video in 2015 from WWE Studios and Flock.
So in your synopsis, did it tell you the name of Mrs. Character?
I can tell you Mrs. Character's name in 2 secs. Let me give
Because I can tell you, because on the synopsis given on the YouTube link that we're watching this from, it describes his name as Dax.
Yep. Oh no. Yep. His name is Dax. Dax. Wonderful. So he plays a fast-talking businessman, Dax. Don't confuse it with Dax from FTR. That's just silly.
Also, just for dumb fun here, I want to just point out as well, have you read the About 20th Century Fox bit on this? I'm going to read this out loud because this is amusing. I want you to see the pantheon of films that they decided to note in their About section.
Oh no.
20th Century Fox Home Entertainment's official YouTube destination for Blu-ray and digital HD releases. See trailers, exclusive clips, and videos of our movies, including Avatar, Aliens, X-Men, Die Hard, Deadpool, Ice Age, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Rio, Peanuts, Maze Runner, Planet of the Apes, Wolverine, Fight Club, The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Super Troopers, and many more.
Well, if you're trying to promote a Christmas film, that's the best way. Just like, I'll just give something for everyone. It's like adults like Deadpool, kids like Rio and Ice Age. Just throw it all in. Throw it all in. It's fine.
So Santa's second in command.
So Santa's second in command. So yes, The Miz takes on Paige to become Santa's little helper. It's actually Paige's actual film debut. So this is her first ever film.
The thing I really don't want to know about this film is why would anyone want to be Santa's second in command?
Okay. I've got the plot here, so we can skim. I'm going to skim through a little bit of the plot for you. So
for the record, this is the most attention this film has gotten
Possibly.
since it was made.
So Dax, The Miz, is a greedy, materialistic corporate hatchet man who we first see closing down a community youth centre just days before Christmas. He's then fired from in a corporate power play, and he now loses everything. So he loses a girlfriend, car, and soon to be evicted. But meanwhile, at the North Pole, Santa Claus is looking to replace Santa's little helper. So the daughter of the outgoing Ho Ho Ho, the current second in command, played by Paige, believes the job should be hers. But Santa, believing the North Pole could use a human influence, tasks someone else with reviewing Dax as a possible candidate.
Wait, hang on a sec. So Paige is an elf who is already second in command.
Or she is the daughter of the person who is already second in command.
Oh, this film. It hurts me already.
So eventually, I'm skipping through quite a bit of this. So basically, obviously, they go head to head in a competition and so forth. But eventually, Dax,
Spoiler warning.
Eventually, Dax is the one who accepts the position of Santa's little helper. But hang on. So Dax accepts the position of Santa's little helper, but Eleanor, played by Paige, uses an obscure North Pole law, challenges him to a position with the winner being decided for a rigorous obstacle course, which we saw with The Miz getting his nuts hit with a log.
This sounds like something that you would see in like Transformers, like season 2 or something. Or it's like when Megatron and Optimus Prime need to have like a fight under Cybertronian law or something.
This seems to go even further. So Dax loses. Eleanor becomes Santa's little helper, but then Dax returns home, stealing a magic bell that can make wishes come true, and plans to use it to save the youth center. Santa interrupts and says, "Oi, don't use it." So The Miz gives a rousing speech to rally the community to save the youth center from a wrecking ball and capture the corporate director who really stole the money from it. Santa puts Paige on the naughty list for poor sportsmanship during the competition, so she will. The basic thing is neither of them become Santa's little help in the end. There we go. I've saved you 90 minutes.
So you're telling me that whatever his name is, Dax. I'm just gonna call him Miz. Miz loses the competition through not Cybertronian law. He goes back, steals something to try and get what he wants, which surely in the pantheon of Santa law is a thing that is a bad thing that will get you coal for a present.
On the naughty list. So basically, both the people, both Paige and the Miz, they don't get to be Santa's little helper because they were both naughty, greedy people, and ultimately it becomes it was the third actress who appears in the trailer who wins it. There we go, done. We've saved you 90 minutes.
Okay, Ian, I need to know. You said this film was available digitally.
Yes.
How much is it?
I think. Hang on, Santa's little helper.
If this is an obscene amount of money.
Oh, this will probably be like $3.45 or something like that. It's usually around that. $3.49.
I mean, it's Christmas. Yeah, what better time to
hike
up
the problem
price?
is, if I put in Santa's little helper, it tells me about the Simpsons character. $3.49. £3.49 to rent. There you go.
Still seems like 300% too much. But
there you go. So I've got some Letterboxd reviews here. What do you think the average is out of 5 for this film?
0.5.
Considerably higher. 2 out of 5. So
they're paid for reviews.
I have a couple of reviews which we'll show on the screen. So we have Brian, who gave it 2.5 stars and basically said, totally did not watch this because of Paige. We have Lance giving a 3-star review, sort of saying, I've never heard of The Miz, but he's easy on the eyes, so the cheesiness of this film is easier to deal with.
This is a paid for. That's paid for. I'm not having that.
Okay, we have Kafal saying, barely watchable, but like I said before, I'm a sucker for Christmas movies, and this is about as cringeworthy as seasonal TV movies can get. It helps that I'm a WWE fan. That was in 2017, by the way, 2 years after the film came out.
If you're a sucker for Christmas movies and you decide to watch this, you would have been better off watching a recent episode of Raw compared to this.
So we have 0.5 star from Selena. This was the worst movie I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I just wanted to punch the male lead in his stupid little face. I'd give it less stars if I could. And then we have a 3-star from Daniel Edwards. It's an all right movie. Yes, some things on a rewatch are not good, but does have somewhat of a good story. The Miz and Paige work good together. Not sure if I'd say I'd watch it at least one time, maybe. That makes no sense, that one. I think
that's probably because that's how much the film has impacted him.
It's like, I might watch it. I might not watch it again. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, this was about as eventful as like just a snowflake just falling and melting, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know if that's more eventful. I'm not sure.
So I wish I hadn't done what I've just done.
What have you done?
I just went onto Amazon UK and looked up this film.
Oh, no.
The customer reviews average is 4.4 out of 5.
That's not right.
The first review that comes up is from someone in April of 2021.
Oh, no.
Giving a 4-star review titled, It's All Right. Typical feel-good movie with predictable happy ending. It's not necessarily bad, but it's nothing special either.
Well, okay. Okay. Well, you can be the judge for yourself. Santa's little helper.
I need to wait. You need to hear this one before we move on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Last one, I promise. I'm not going to look for any more.
All right.
It's from someone in October of 2020 in Canada.
All right. 5
stars. Good movie, all caps. Would you like... and this is a verified purchase, by the way.
Oh, no.
Also, would you like to hear the body of their review?
Is it just, it's a good movie? Why don't you just watch the good movie?
You're not far off.
Oh,
All caps, funny and sexy.
There was nothing funny or sexy about the 15 seconds we saw there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yes, if you would like to experience the funny and sexy, as that review has said, it's available digitally. And there's a link in the trailer in the description below. So go have fun if you really want to have a go at this. But you know what? I think we should stay with The Miz. I think we should. Because he's done another film. He did another film 2 years prior to that, which is all about Christmas. But this time it's about bounty hunting with Christmas Bounty.
Okay, so I'm going to say this first of all, right? The poster is actually not too bad. I was about to say not that bad, but I'm not going to give it that much clout. But yeah, in terms of a poster, it at least implies there's going to be some hijinks that, and the title Christmas Bounty, it has more than, what was the other one? Santa's Little Helper. So there's more intrigue with Christmas Bounty. Are they looking for bounties or are they looking for bounty chocolate bars? Who knows? Who knows this indeed? But let's find out. Let us go to the private viewing chambers that we have here at BunkaMania. I talked a big game there. I don't know why for this. Let us the private viewing chambers.
I wanted to make it sound seasonal. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I would watch that.
You would watch that. Okay.
That seems like it would at least have some mediocre, all right action. And Christmas is not like the forefront of the theme. It's kind of like, that feels like it's a set during Christmas type thing. Like when the trailer opens up with someone being chloroformed by a Christmas tree, that's when I know you're in for an action ride.
The Miz is chloroformed. Miz is capturing people in broad daylight. He doesn't wait for orders. He just goes, nah, just claim them. So, Tori Bell is a former bounty hunter who now works as an elementary school teacher, but she struggles to hide her secret from her boyfriend who visits her for Christmas. So clearly it's like, I used to be a bounty hunter. Now I'm not. Shock horror. And thus, peril is made. I'm guessing, you can tell that no one really cared about this film because the plot, the whole story, isn't even on Wikipedia.
I based on the trailer, this seems like a crying shame.
But yeah, I'm guessing the way Miz just looked at it and just went, oh, she's getting mad. I think he must be an ex-boyfriend who wants to kind of respark the romance. And you go, hey, we used to be bounty hunters. Let's get back together. But obviously the guy in the middle of the poster that we saw there probably looks far too like, oh, gee, golly, can't we just have a wholesome life? And thus, I think everything worked out for them in the end. I'm just having a quick look.
You hope.
Yeah, hope really. Again, director of Santa's Little Helper, Gil Junger is back again, directing this one.
I see a pattern. You said this was earlier as well, didn't you?
This was 2012. And I'm just having a quick look to see if there's any exciting trivia. I can share about this film that will make people go, "Hey, this is a film that I should watch."
Okay, I'll tell you what. While you're looking that up, would you like to hear what Amazon reviews have to say about it?
Oh, go ahead.
So, customer reviews, 4.7 out of 5.
How many reviews though?
88 global ratings.
Oh, okay.
That's 87 more people than I thought might have watched it. So, okay, so from December to, obviously all these reviews were written in December. Shock horror. 2018, a verified purchase, I feel the need to point out.
Okay.
The title, 5 stars, amazing. Keep your expectations low and just enjoy it for what it is. A ridiculous Christmas movie.
I've got to ask, is any of these reviews going to say it's festive and sexy again?
So
we've got to have our Christmas wrestling movies festive and sexy.
I did not expect to see this today. Right, sorry, I won't kill the joke too much. I'm going to read this verbatim from December 2019. Verified purchase. 5 stars. Title of this review: movie.
Yes.
The body of their review, like The Wiz.
Oh dear.
Is that not a reference to like the Wizard of Oz film that had Michael Jackson in it?
I think so. How would you confuse The Wiz and The Miz? I mean, there's a letter change, but one's like a long-term WWE superstar who does a lot of TV work and stuff like that. So I don't know, but yes, show me. I've got Letterboxd reviews here.
Okay.
What do you think the average is on Letterboxd? Higher or lower than Santa's Little Helper?
Yeah, good way of doing it. I like that. Higher.
You're right.
Yes.
How higher?
Like a 3.5 to 4 ratio, I'd say.
Nope, only 0.2 higher. 2.2
So
out of
close.
5.
So close.
So we have a good review. We got a 3-star here from Ronnie Lewis. The 3 stars does not reflect the quality of this movie, but it does reflect that I like this ridiculous, trashy, random Christmas movie. Also, Francea Rouser. We have 0.5 star from Rivers X. I don't know, man. Something about these movies are addicting to watch. Not in a guilty pleasure way, but watching a car crash you can't take your eyes off. The Miz plays an obnoxious bounty hunter with a terrible attempt at a Jersey accent. Same director's 10 Things I Hate About You. Laugh my ass off. We also have 1 star from Keith from 2018. This feels a lot like a film that has been made on the moderate success of a TV series where they can't get the gang back together for a whole season, but think they can make money on a single film. In truth, it occasionally has funny moments, but mostly it is fairly stupid and uninspired. And then we have one more.
In a weird sort of way, that kind of sums up what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good little
see that
encapsulation
view.
of that, I think.
I kind of see that view, yeah. Then we got Macaulay Elijah Quinn, 1 star. I love Mike Mizanin as a wrestler. He's one of the best ever, in my opinion. I've had the opportunity to see him perform live on multiple occasions, and each time he has torn the house down. As a film actor, though, his performance leaves a lot to be desired. He's too loud, too smirking. It's clear that he's having a lot of fun, but that fun comes at the expense of stakes, threat, and any sense of real danger.
Did he not mix those 2 points up?
I don't know.
Surely the latter is the wrestler.
It's like, I'm trying to think, have I watched any of the Miz's WWE films? The only one I've watched, I think, is Marine 6 with him and mentor Shawn Michaels going up against terrorist extraordinaire Becky Lynch. So that is an experience in itself that I think we may have to do like a commentary track for, because I think
you know what, let's do it. Let's work it. So I will read this Amazon review to you, and this will be the last one I touch on. So
and then we'll move on. Yeah,
from January 2016, 2 stars. Title of the review: So. The body of the review: the movie was good, but I didn't like the shape the box came in.
All right.
That's a very good review of the film. Like, DVD box.
What madness is this? Let's have another film. You know what madness is? Madness is trying to make a sequel to a festive success and thinking that no one will notice how shit it will be. Jeremy, are you ready for the majestic, the prestige of Jingle All the Way 2 with Larry the Cable Guy and Santino Marella? I think we should look at a trailer.
Oh.
In honor of Christmas, I bring to everybody Larry's Radar Lights.
You sure this is safe?
Of course it is. I rigged it myself.
It's awesome! It's like a palace.
And now, as they say in French, the peace of the resistance.
This is going to be the best Christmas ever!
You're so wrong, child. Oh, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay. This is the thing. Obviously, Jingle All the Way is Arnie Schwarzenegger chasing after the most desired toy of the generation, which is Turbo Man. How is this a sequel to Jingle All the Way? How is this a sequel when we don't have?
Well, Ian, it's obvious because when you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger, you think Larry the Cable Guy and Santino Marella. I couldn't think of 2 more appropriate people, I guess I'll say. I was going to try to give another creative word and I failed.
Yeah.
To be in the sequel to the all-time classic involving the Turbo Man.
So this was released in 2014. Stars Larry the Cable Guy as Larry the Cable Guy. Doesn't even have an actual fictional name in this. It's just
That
Larry.
shows some really good acting pedigree when you're playing yourself.
I mean, to a degree, compare it to when Jackie Chan does his movies. A lot of his old movies, he's starring as a guy called Jackie. So it's not necessarily Jackie as in proper Jackie Chan, but you get a sense that he's a dedicated different character. Whereas Larry the Cable Guy is, I'm there, Larry the Cable Guy. I can't do an American redneck accent. I'm apologizing. So basically, this is directed by Alex Zam, who did the movie of Woody Woodpecker. There was one. I've not seen it. I don't want to see it. And I have seen this one, Inspector Gadget 2 for Disney. That was straight to DVD and had French Stewart as Gadget. The basic story for this one, which the trailer did not decide to share with us, is that Larry's daughter wants only one thing for Christmas, a talking bear. His daughter's stepdad intends to make sure Larry doesn't get one. Thus, the hijinks begins.
So wait. So the entire premise of this movie is to prevent a child from getting a toy.
Yeah. So basically, I think the adult with the child in the trailer is stopping Larry from getting the toy that the actual daughter wants.
What a dick!
I mean, it's like Phil Hartman in the original Jingle All the Way wasn't doing that. He was just being a smarmy little bastard, eating cookies, going, and then Schwarzenegger going, put the cookie down now.
I mean, look, this is the thing, right? It's like, as we've already established, I'm really not that much of a Christmas guy in general. I have no qualms with anyone else really indulging in Christmas and getting into all of it and whatnot. But even I would never try to prevent a child from being given the thing they want. That is actually pretty much, in my opinion, just downright criminal.
It's just the way. It's just the way.
The plot of this film offends me. It offends me to far more of a degree than I ever would have imagined it would.
So, a fascinating trivia for this: not one single cast member who was in Jingle All the Way in '96 was back for this movie. Shock horror.
I mean, but clearly Turbo Man was busy,
Yeah. And in terms of wrestling nods, there is a scene where Larry and Claude, played by Santino Marella, ride a mechanical bull or ride a bull. Santino only lasts a second. He also lasted only 1 second in the Royal Rumble before being eliminated.
Speaking of one,
yeah.
Let me read you this Amazon review.
Okay.
Which, for the record, overall, it's got out of 314 global ratings, it's 4 out of 5. This is in the lower end of the echelon.
Okay.
1 star.
Mm-hmm.
The title of this review: if I paid 1 penny, I'd still want a refund. The body of this: on no account rent or buy this film. It's absolutely rotten to the core. Produced by WWE Studios, which should tell you everything. It doesn't have any storyline and someone forgot to write a script. It's not even slapstick funny or has any features at all that makes it watchable. And I'm being kind. End quote.
Okay. So, on the letterbox front, do you think, in comparison to, say, Christmas Bounty, which was 2.2, is it higher or lower on the average review? Lower? You're saying lower? You are right. 1.5 out of 5. We have Curtis with a 1.5 star review. Have you been clamoring for a straight-to-video Christmas movie starring Larry the Cable Guy with a plot telegraphed from miles away, acting which meets the expectations, and a tedious connection to a mediocre Schwarzenegger vehicle? Congratulations, it's here. It has 28 likes on Letterboxd there. Ryan Severowinski, damn gum. This was a pointless cash grabber. Just stick with the first movie, even if most of you hate the first. I tried to do that sort of daggum thing that Larry does in Cars. So we've got a 2-star review from Ben Grayard. I don't know that anyone ever watched Jingle All the Way and said, I can't wait for the sequel. It doesn't really feel like a part 2, though. It feels more like it should have been called Larry the Cable Guy Christmas, brought to you by WWE for some reason. Although I watched it simply because it was a sequel to Jingle All the Way, it's so impossibly dumb that I enjoyed it. Now I'm seeing Larry the Cable Guy star in the Tooth Fairy Part 2, which is pretty great. Action guys doing shitty comedies must be followed up by Larry.
So what I'm getting here is if The Rock is the sequel savior, Larry the Cable Guy is the sequel destroyer.
Oh god, there was a Tooth Fairy 2. And it is with Larry the Cable Guy.
I'm going to conclude us talking about this film with the following, Ian.
All right.
1-star review from 2015.
Okay.
Not worth watching. The body of the review. Really wasn't worth watching, in my opinion. Wish I could get that hour plus back.
Fair enough. Now, let's move on to another film. Now, we've got two wrestlers here. Would you like to go with the man who led the NWO, Hulk Hogan, or do you want to go with Bill Goldberg?
Goldberg.
Goldberg. Okay, we're going to look at the festive horror, Santa's Sleigh.
That poster.
He's come down the chimney to go, who's next?
That's an interesting work of art, that poster.
It is. It is. You know what? Let's boot up a trailer and see what we got.
Grandpa, I want the truth about Christmas.
If it's the truth you want, then it's the scary truth you're gonna have.
According to the Book of Claus, Santa,
Book of Claus?
his son, lost a bet and was forced to spread Christmas cheer. But now, all bets are off.
Santa?
Yes, there is a Santa Claus.
What the fuck?
Ho, ho, hose.
No!
Oh my god!
Santa Claus is not a myth or a legend. He's real.
What?
He's
No!
not bearing gifts and presents anymore.
Christmas sure scared the dickens out of people.
He's scary yet educational.
I'm just trying to spread a little Yuletide fear.
Are you saying Santa is offing everyone who's naughty and nice?
Nicholas shot him!
You shot Santa?
Run away! Santa's on the loose!
This holiday season,
Ho, ho, ho.
lock your doors. Bolt the windows.
Oh, Grandpa got run over by a reindeer.
Everyone stand back. Things are about to get a little messy.
And block the chimney. 'Cause naughty or nice, Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa's Sleigh.
Go ahead, kid. Let's see what Santa got you.
I hate children.
We both saw that Santa delivered 2 explosive presents to children, and the children went boom.
That's your takeaway from this? What have we just watched?
We've watched Santa's Sleigh, Jeremy. We've watched Santa's Sleigh.
I mean,
Jeremy doesn't know how to compute this.
I
don't think anyone knows how to compute this.
There's so much to unpack with this trailer.
And if you want to experience this right now, time of recording for UK viewers, you can watch this on Amazon Prime. Link in the description below.
It's 99p to rent.
That's a bargain.
Also, can I just say, I've just gone onto Amazon and typed in Santa's Sleigh. Every bit of promotional art is Goldberg holding an ice pick.
So yes, basically Bill Goldberg is Santa, who is actually a demon who lost a bet many, many generations ago and has had to be nice. But now the glove's off, so he gets to be evil. And clearly, as the trailer shown, he terrorizes a local community and pets and has grenades.
See, in terms of trying to sell this film to me,
Yes.
I would probably watch this.
Out of the films we have listed here, I probably would watch Santa's Sleigh if I had to choose one. Simply because it just looks so ridiculously stupid.
It looks so ridiculously stupid and bad.
Yes.
But this is one of those times where this is one of those films where you're almost thinking, you know what? I could probably handle this.
So
and there's so much to just I mean, I feel like I've seen the whole film, barring the ending. Like there was so much in that trailer.
So
yeah.
Jeremy's brain is fried. It's okay. Let's look at Letterboxd reviews. Do you think this was higher or lower than Jingle All the Way 2?
Based on the trailer, this better be higher.
It is. Average of 2.6 on Letterboxd. So we have Helen, who gave it 5 stars. I've logged this film 3 times this year, and I think it's safe to say that it is by far the greatest Christmas movie ever.
Stop. Time. What was that opening line?
I've logged this film 3 times this year. So they've watched it on Letterboxd. They've logged it as a film they've watched on Letterboxd 3 times in this year. And this is in 2021.
3?
Yes.
Does it say when this review was posted?
4th of December this year.
I've just got this vision that they've spent all of their December up to that point watching the film.
But Helen gave it 5 stars. She thinks it's safe to say it is by far the greatest Christmas movie ever. 10 likes. Madeline, 3.5 stars. Shocked this isn't more popular as Christmas viewing. 3.5 stars from Parker. Very sad this movie doesn't have 7 sequels. Santa's Sleigh 2. The Sleddening. I don't know. 2 stars from Sven Ruff. The start was promising to be a good, stupid film, but despite only 78 minutes runtime, so it's a very short film. You can probably crash this out in like a nice early, do it as a double bill or something. It gets boring really fast. You can break it down to Santa kills people equals fun, everything else boring. Okay to see it around Christmas, but not enough to call it good.
So, let me direct your attention to Amazon for a second.
Okay.
Because obviously there are some people who are kind of like, there's one review which is literally 2 stars, sigh, for example. But the overall review of this is 4.2 out of 5. I'm going to read you the following review because this probably sums up, is like a good summary of someone's thought of the film. 5 stars, one to watch every Christmas. The body of the review. And this is a verified purchase, by the way.
Okay.
I rented this movie with my Love Film subscription. That's a blast from the past. Wow. And loved it so much that I decided I had to own it. If you love Evil Dead 3 or Tucker and Dale versus Evil, you will love this movie. Or by the same token, if you love this movie and haven't seen the other 2, go get them now.
I mean, I kind of do like Army of Darkness, which is the third Evil Dead film. I do love Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I think it's a very clever take on the slasher film genre in all. I wouldn't put Santa's Sleigh, judging from that trailer, I wouldn't put Santa's Sleigh anywhere near those 2 at the moment.
Oh, but like, the review continues.
Oh no. Why?
I am amazed at how many different ways Santa killed people and didn't repeat himself once. Who knew that he was so inventive? Sorry, but I couldn't help myself. I will admit that some of the acting is a bit iffy, but you have to accept that with young actors. Just concentrate on the killing and mayhem, and this will be added to your favorite funny horror film list after about the first 5 killings. Hope this movie will slay you. There I go again. As much as it did me. Enjoy. Honestly, out of all the ones we've looked at so far, I would probably give this one a try.
Yeah, I'm with you. I probably may give it a try over the upcoming Christmas holidays because simply it'll just pass the time. It's an hour and 20 minutes. Probably that means an hour and 15 of that is the actual film, maybe 5 minutes at end credits anyway. So it looks to be a very short film. It's shorter than most of the films we have on this list. So why not? Why not give it a go? Again, link in the description below. So
next victim, Ian. Next victim.
Last film on for observation. So we went with Bill Goldberg over Hulk Hogan. Well, I think you may know this film because I think it may have come up in a previous conversation. I'm not sure, but let's talk about Santa with muscles. It's Santa, but he's got muscles, Jeremy. Let us go watch this beautiful film in all its festive glory in the private viewing chamber.
For you, Ian, let's do it.
Yes.
In the season of Santa, there are two kinds of people. The naughty and the nice.
I got $50 for the first elf that brings me Santa Claus.
Hulk Hogan is Blake Thorne, and he's dead.
What is this rocket launcher?
To make his getaway, he's going to make a mockery of the world's most beloved hero.
Do you have a minute?
Fox me, a little brat.
That's him.
Boom. But sometimes, the only way you can feel the spirit of Christmas...
Where'd he go?
...is to be hit over the head with it.
Santa! What? It's showtime.
Now, this confused bad boy is Santa, like you've never seen him before. A bearded basher of bad guys. A hero with a silly hat. A Robin Hood in red.
Who were those guys anyway?
Oh, they work for Mr. Frost.
He's been clearing out the whole neighborhood, and no one knows why.
And he's got 3 days to foil a band of evil scientists.
What? Wait till Santa hears about this. He'll kick your butt to New Year's.
Santa, you slay me.
Hulk Hogan is Santa with an attitude.
Keep the milk and cookies warm.
Santa with some friends.
Wouldn't want to be
Santa with a mission.
How are we supposed to get over this?
And most of all, he's Santa with muscles.
They can't start Christmas without me. Can they?
There have been many Santas.
You're not Santa. You're better.
But there's only one named Hulk.
Well, all you had to do was knock.
Santa with muscles.
He's got a silly hat, Jeremy.
There is a lot. I'm doing a really bad job at trying to find words. The heck?
This is a film. It happened. Oh, let's break this down, shall we? Let's break it down. As I say on my watch along streams over at the Decadane Twitch channel.
Right, I'm just gonna say this now. I've just gone on Amazon. I'm not gonna read this review in full. I just want to highlight someone has written for their review 5 stars. Ho ho Hogan.
But yes, Hulk Hogan is Blake Thorne, a conceited self-made millionaire who sells bodybuilding supplements and equipment that have his picture on them. One day, while recklessly playing paintball, he's targeted by police. He is chased to a shopping mall. He then hides on putting on a Santa costume, and he slides down a garbage chute to escape the police and bangs his head, resulting in amnesia. You know, like Action Man, because I don't know who I am. Mistaken for the mole Santa, Blake begins to think he really is Santa Claus. Meanwhile, an evil scientist, Ebner Frost.
Who?
Ebner Frost.
Ebner Frost?
Yep. Tries to take over an orphanage in order to gain access to the magical crystals underneath it.
How are there magical crystals involved in this?
I don't know. However, Blake, after discovering that being Santa has made him a better person and that Frost wants to destroy the very same orphanage he grew up in, manages to rescue the children. The orphanage is still destroyed due to the overload of the crystals, so Blake opens his mansion as a new... I don't know. This sounds amazing, but from the trailer, this also looks shockingly shit.
Look, I will say this much. The kid who kept having the great one-liners looked to me like the star of the film.
Well, I don't know if that was... It's probably not who I think it's probably not that child, but this is I think this is the debut of Mila Kunis from that 70s show and Family Guy. Yep. Also, you saw Clint Howard, the brother of Ron Howard, who loves doing bit part roles. But yes.
And that small time person named Hulk Hogan,
Yes, that's small time person, but he has muscles.
Yeah, which interesting to know, because this came out in 1996, so one would assume this was probably filmed in 1995, and that would have been a year after Hulk Hogan joined WCW.
Yeah.
So by the time this film came out, I don't know the exact release date, but if it was any time after like July 1996, Hulk Hogan was a heel because he joined the NWO.
Yes, he was. Possibly.
And in a weird sort of way, you kind of saw a little bit of him practicing to be heel when he kind of told the kid to beat it right at the beginning.
Yeah. Why the cops have a rocket launcher, I'll never know.
I mean, look, Ian, the police force works in different ways in different decades.
I mean, a simple paintball incident should not bring out a rocket launcher.
But Ian, this is Santa with muscles.
Yes. Okay, average rating on Letterboxd. Do you think this was higher or lower than Santa's sleigh?
I want it to be lower, but I think it's higher purely because it's got Hulk Hogan and how long it's been out for.
It's lower, 1.7 out of 5. So we have a 3-star review from Parker. I've always felt that Santa was missing one important thing: muscles.
Sure, buddy, sure.
A 1-star. Oh, here's an interesting tidbit. This film is produced by Jordan Belfort, who is the Wall Street banker who went to jail and became the person that Leonardo DiCaprio played in The Wolf of Wall Street. So that's a random tangent here. So 1 star from Calvin Kempf on the 15th of December this year. Miserable 90s Santa exploitation starring Hulk Hogan and produced by Jordan Belfort. It goes exactly the way that it sounds. A basic children's movie on cocaine and steroids. I mean, scientists and crystals. Why not?
So, okay, I will read you this. This is the only review I'm going to read, because this probably sums it up, but mainly because there's one additional detail that I need to add to it. Posted on Amazon in June 2020.
Okay.
4 stars, borderline Christmas classic. Verified purchase, quote unquote. I felt like the muscles were lacking, needed more Santa.
Ah.
And crucially, one person found this review helpful.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I have a 5-star from a Dr. Bottles. A man rises from wealth after suffering a traumatic head injury. In the end, his muscles, as well as the spirit of Christmas, allow him to stop a madman hell-bent on those sweet, sweet crystals. Movie for all ages with muscles. Two more things here before we wrap up. So 3 stars from Russ. Maybe I'm just nuts, but I've never been attracted to Hulk Hogan until I saw this movie.
I'm sorry,
right?
What? I'd never been attracted to Hulk Hogan before I saw this movie.
Maybe something about Hinge Santa kind of makes people go hot under the collar. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, this.
He will be hot under the collar if he's wearing a Santa outfit, but
yeah, especially in like that sort of heat wave. 2.5 stars from Travis. The worst part of this movie was Hulk Hogan's overacting, but at the same time, the best part of this movie was Hulk Hogan's overacting.
Brother.
I'm brother. But you know what? I think if I was having like a few merry drinks and I wanted to just lose myself in some proper shit, I think Santa with Muscles is up there.
So out of all of these then, if you were going to pick one to watch over the festive period, which would you go for?
Because it's about 17 minutes, it will be Santa's Sleigh. Because the less pain I have to endure, the better.
I mean, honestly, just out of all of them, I think that I would go for that one with Goldberg purely because that looks to be the most enjoyable. Honestly, though, if I had to pick another one, based on the trailer alone, it would probably be Christmas Bounty.
Yeah, I think the one out of the whole lot that we've watched that probably might be passable. Not amazing, passable. It's probably Christmas Bounty. Santa and Muscles, I think we both lost it. Where it was like, he'll take on evil scientists. Where did they come from? It's just like, here are scientists.
It was just the way that, like, if you imagine you got like the road, it's like the car's driving up the road, really normally, and then suddenly it's just like turn, and then after you've turned, sideswiped by crystals. It's like why?
Why indeed? Oh, but yes, that pretty much wraps up our little festive trip down to cinematic nightmares.
It's been fun.
You know, maybe next Christmas we actually watch one of these films and we actually provide a nice little commentary track. Maybe something audio so you can play it on your your computer the same time you watch the film, and you can experience the same time as us, us just collapsing in complete despair. I mean,
you know I'm really curious to know, is there a director's commentary on Santa's sleigh?
I don't know. We may need to look this up later. But the thing that just broke me of the Santa with muscles is just like, he's a Santa with a silly hat.
It's like, really?
It's sort of silly hat. Bloody hell.
Oh my word. But Iain, this is not something I've done before. This was genuinely a really good laugh. So good on you for coming up with the idea of it. So good props to you, sir. Good props.
Thank you. And if you see any of the films that we've talked about, do let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if there are any other sort of wrestlers in festive TV or even TV movies, Christmas movies, we would love to hear them. Because I know Paul, I think the Big Show appears as a big Santa in the original Jingle All the Way. And I think he actually has a fight with Arnie. But it's like, it's only a bit part. It's not like it didn't fit the criteria this time around.
Yes. But on that note, everybody, we are going to wrap up for today. Thank you very much for watching this. And once again, we hope you have a wonderful festive period. And if this helps you be inspired to watch, to want to watch something over Christmas, then more power to you, I suppose is the way I'll phrase that. We will be back with, I believe, and we're going to try and do another episode before the year concludes / beginning of next year. Yeah. Looking back on 2021, just touching on various things, maybe talking about a couple of bits and bobs that maybe we haven't actually talked about on the show, but we want to make mention of. And such.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quick recap over the big wrestling events of 2021. So obviously looking at the big signs that AEW have had with obviously CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, all that sort of stuff, as well as obviously other things. Obviously there have been recent developments and things like Ring of Honor and stuff for that, which we haven't really talked about on the show, and it's a good place than any to really start talking about it. So yeah, it's a nice little quick review show. We'd love to. We hope to see you watch the video soon. I mean, I say that because it's going to be pre-recorded and it's going to be on YouTube. So if you have been watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed, click the subscribe button. It would be lovely to see you here again watching these videos soon.
If you want to reach out to us on social media, you can do so on Twitter at Bunkazilla UK. And of course, there is the Facebook group as well. So if you're on the world of Facebook, you can find us on there too and join in the conversation on a variety of subjects, to say the least. And Iain, if people want to get in touch with you directly, perhaps via email or such, what's the way that people can do that?
People can get in touch with the show at contact@bunkazilla.co.uk. Just put Bunkazilla in the subject line.
So there we go, everybody. Once again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy festive times, whichever you would prefer to hear. I've been Jeremy Graves, from him, Mr. Iain Bolton, signing out for now. Have a lovely Christmas and talk to you soon.